All right, once again, it's that time. It's time for the Bull Panel with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave Price Trigger Reports. And I got my team with me today. I got my man Will, and I better known as HK Trader, and I got my man Cray America with me, moderator extraordinaire. And a lot of people don't know this, but my man William held me down for like what was it, 3 or 4 years, and during my absence, man, he single-handedly kept the trading room going and everything. Unless you a triple OG like him, you don't even know what I'm talking about. But Will do. He's been with me the longest out of everybody, and I'm very thankful for my brother Will in Crimerica. Even though he's newly appointed, he's been with us too, and these guys really help out a lot over at PulseWave Trading. So just hats off to you guys. Thank you very much. And before we went live, you were saying something about this case. Can you speak on that, Cray America? Let the people know
Well,
what we're talking about.
not too much. I don't know all that much about it. Part of the reason why is because it's not being covered in the media very much. We're talking about the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. We come from having the Rittenhouse trial being plastered on every mainstream. You couldn't avoid it. It was live streamed from the courtroom, and everything. And all we get from the Maxwell trial is a sketch artist picture. So,
Who
and
is
I have
Maxwell? Who is this Maxwell you speak of?
Ghislaine Maxwell is the sidekick of Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh,
She was one of his well, the as far as the information I have, she was one of his accomplices in the sense that she would acquire. I guess maybe that's not the best word. Um, she was a procurer of underage girls for the
Like
the
trafficking.
ring. Yeah, for the trafficking ring.
gotcha. Wow.
So yeah, so I have my theories on why that's being suppressed in the mainstream, and mainly because I think that's something that would actually unite the people of this country rather than divide them over race or social justice or whatever it is they're trying to push these days.
I hear that, and I have to agree with you on that too. Well, speaking of justice and social justice, let me show you guys a chart in which the price action doesn't do it justice. Take a look at this gold futures chart today, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that
Ouch.
bar. For all you bulls out there, you're in a green zone here, right? But you are now officially in a corrective pattern now for your gold. The last corrective pattern produced a massive rally, an outbreak. This one, though, falling below the trend line support, is a little bit scarier because now you have to ask yourself a really good question. Have we seen a temporary top in gold? Now, before you answer that question, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, yeah, but what about the inflation? It's real. It's not just conjecture. It's real. Yeah, I know. Inflation is supposed to boost gold. But remember what I told you about the 1800 price? It is a very tough price for gold to stay above. And if you look right here, we close at 1804 in the day, man. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? And then today they announced that the Fed chairman is going to stay the same. Hello, everyone. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. And gold falls apart on that. Now they're expecting for some type of interest rate increase, at least two, around maybe June, July next year. But those are just projections. I think they know that they cannot raise interest rates, and then here's your gold. So is gold saying, you know what? The inflation is going to be kept at bay and we're not going to see prices go even higher during the holiday shopping season? Or is it saying something else? Now, before you answer that question, let's take a look at GLD. That you just finished looking at the futures. But let's take a look at GLD, and then I'll get you guys to comment on what you think. Here's your GLD chart. A little different. You got gap edge that created today. big old hole on the chart right there. Not only did we gap going up, but we also gapped going down. This is a rare situation. And the gaps appear almost identical, same price point. You can't make this stuff up. Is this a hint? Are the powers that be giving out hints saying that this gold market is broken? Or that they're not going to allow it to reflect the reality of the economic situation? Because you still got gap right down here too. So is price action going to come fill this gap first, then rubber band back up to close this gap and fill this gap too on the way up? Are we about to see gold GLD fall all the way down below 168 and then springboard back up to 172? Is this a quick little shot in the dark and then gold goes to 2,500? What do you think, for America?
I don't really know what to think about the gold chart, to be honest with you. I don't trade gold and silver. I just stack them because it is, in my opinion, it's a manipulated market. But looking at the chart here, my guess at what this market's doing would be that it's trying to come down to test the top of the Kumo cloud and fill that gap.
What about you, Will?
All right. Speaking from a gold buck perspective, okay, today it's just another typical smash down by the Fed or the powers to be want to suppress it so they can cover short in the derivative markets. But on the physical side, I think this is another great timing to add on to it. All I can say is this, all right? They can smash all they want, but eventually, when that pricing mechanism, when the physical prices can't be that low anymore, that's the time you're going to see a gap up all the way, a melt up for gold, not just gold, but for silver, platinum, and palladium. All right? That's my take on it.
Interesting, though, that those who are not in the fold probably got their faces ripped off today in this market.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
if you're a PulseWave subscriber, you knew 2 days ago that this was coming. Hint, crash alert sell signal November the 18th. The next day we got downside production. So this gift right here that you woke up with this morning, if you were shorted it, you are loving life. Even if you got out and took profit up here, you're still loving life because you captured all these gains up here, while those who don't know any better just got punched in the face. This is why you need the pulse waves, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I won't keep everybody long. Let's go with our big boy in the room. Let's deal with the elephant in the room. Everybody wants to know, what saith you on Bitcoin? Everybody wants to know about Bitcoin. Okay, they want to know, where do you think it's going? Why is it going the way it's been going? What do you have any wisdom? So let's pull it up. Here's your Bitcoin. So very interesting chart right here. You can see we had the crash alert sell signal on November the 10th. We got this nice downside production as indicated by the PulseWave reports. And then today something funny happened. We closed below the trend line support, stopping short at the top of the Kumo cloud. At what price, ladies and gentlemen? Drum roll, please. 55,000. Isn't that a price we are extremely familiar with? Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? 55,000 and 50,000. Look at the Kumo cloud. You can't make this stuff up. Here's 55,000. Here's 50,000. The old resistance zone and the market just stopped short of pulling back to it. So the question is, what is going to happen? Are we going to enter back into the old consolidation zone? The funny thing is, too, I told you about this zone months ago, right? And look at the market. It's mapping it out for you. Right now, Bitcoin is in a red alert status of dipping back into the old consolidation zone. Now, before the Kumo cloud was ever depicted on the chart, I told you where that consolidation zone was going to be based on the pulse wave charts. And guess what? This is the exact zone right now. The top of the cloud, 55,000, bottom of the cloud, 50,000. And this is a Kumo cloud. Prices inside of that is in a consolidated state. You can't make this stuff up. I told you this months ago before this chart even existed. I told you this was going to happen. And this is where we are right now. The market is threatening to consolidate. And if it gets back into this Kumo cloud like this, ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you, there's a strong probability that we will remain there until the end of the year, going into next year. We'll either be stuck in the cloud or you will be at some point below this cloud because you have now entered the red zone on this chart and you're in a correction phase and you're below the trend line. What say you, Will?
Well, based on the last week's sentiment, everyone wants to get in. So this is what happened. And I think last week on record, I told the guys I'm not doing anything at all, even though I got in at 50,000. So I just let it sit. So at this point, I can wait. I still stick with my Thanksgiving, prediction. It's gonna go higher. Yeah, 3 more days to go. Uh, all I can say is this: if there's another run up, I probably, you know, lock in some profits. That's all.
Then if we do get any kind of a pop, I'm just going to put it out there now, ladies and gentlemen. You will probably get anywhere between 63, maybe anywhere between 62 to 63,000 on a pop from here. I don't think you go higher than 63 and change
I think
before this pulls back down.
yeah, absolutely. They want to cap it under 64 because 64 is the magic number that was
Mhm.
set in April and also set back earlier. 67, 64. So they probably won't get there this week as of right now. But I still stick with my prediction. Okay.
Okay. And what say you, Cray-America? I'll give you the last word on the Bitcoin.
Well, it still seems like the sentiment around Bitcoin is positive. And I know, along with Will, I said that we'd have a happy Thanksgiving for Bitcoin folks. And hey, who's not happy with 55K Bitcoin? That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
And
but
here's the weekly too, by the way. You just started so far.
just
This is where
started a
you are.
downtrend channel. Yeah.
You just started a correction phase officially so far this week. This is what it's looking like. The week is just starting. This can change. But so far, you're looking at downside production from the crash alert from Sunday. Here it is, right here. Downside production. Can't make that up either. Now you're still in the green zone on the weekly chart, but you are now officially corrected, officially short-term top for now. But I'll give you bulls some hope. Here's the hope based on you guys thinking that the Bitcoin will have a turkey rally. This right here is a bullish pointer. It's a possibility that it could attract price back up. You could stop about right here. Price stop short, find a base, may dip into the zone, the 55, the 50 zone. You could even scare people, get down like maybe 54, and then bounce and then come back up to about 63. So that's a possibility. This based on because of this bullish pointer. This bullish pointer acts like a vacuum to attract price. So that could keep the pullback a little bit muted and not get aggressive as this type of a correction mode can get. So there's something to think about moving ahead. But not to get ahead of ourselves, remember you always follow the dashboard. Follow the system, do what the system is telling you to do, and you will be fine. You just have to obey the rules of the system. If it's a long day, then it's a long day. You're looking for buying opportunity. If it's a short day, then it's a selling opportunity you're looking for. You stand aside. It's just that simple. But every day, the system updates and tells you where the bias is in the market. Do the bulls got it? Do the bears got it? And it goes day by day. So far for tonight into tomorrow, the futures is looking rather bearish, and you're in a corrective state. So you got to take what the market gives you. All right, that's all we got time for, man. You know how we like to keep this short and simple, and it is what it is. All right, so remember, man, postwaytrading.com. Come take advantage of the steep, super Black Friday type discount we got going on where you can save $100 for life. Take advantage of that, postwavetrading.com. Also, remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, you got to make that money. Thank you, IT, for the donation. That's what's up. That's what's up. We appreciate the love. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Smash that like button. Thank you, gentlemen, and
Good
we
night.
are out.